battle of the night, and then we are going to play one last one. Hopefully we reach over 1700. Current record of 14-2, which is nice, as we reach a 17-14 opponent from Japan. So, well, that's a cool team. Gengar, Amoonguss, Togekiss, Rotom Wash, I almost said Excadrill just because we played so many Excadrills today. Azumarill, and Scrafty. So, first of all, Gengar could be a Mega, and it actually could be a Perish Trap team because Azumarill does get access to that. I wouldn't think so, but the Gengar here is kind of interesting to see, just because I don't really know what it's going to go for. I'm definitely going to lead with Gengar, my own Gengar here. It does really well against my opponent's entire team. Next to it, I think I'm going to go with, Bisharp, yeah. And well, Hydreigon on the back in case that is Scarfed, Gengar. And definitely Salamence in the last one. Though actually a bit, I don't know, Mungus is really good if I am to use it on this team. Maybe I should go with Gengar and Mungus instead. Yeah, I actually like that a bit better. Bisharp in the back. And Mence as the last one. Yeah, Hydreigon's kind of bad in this matchup, actually. Alright, let's see. This team has been performing really well, but we are still on lower ladder, so that's why we haven't run into many losses or tough teams yet. Oh, yes, my favorite matchup in the world. Oh, Lord help us all. Oh, I did not mean to protect. I'm just gonna taunt the Amoonguss and Spore here. It is Mega Gengar, which I thought it might have been. Man, what a crazy matchup, though. It's really intense, guys. Rage Powder coming out. That was a really bad move, actually, because I get a taunt against the Amoonguss, and I get to Spore the Gengar. Huh. Oh, there is the Perish Song, though. There you go. And I'm gonna be able to put that Gengar to sleep. So I'm fine with how that last turn played out, especially because the trick against Perish Song teams is you want to target down the Pokemon that's switching out. By taunting Amoonguss, I'm basically forcing it to switch out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Sludge Bomb the Amoonguss and I'm going to Spore it. If it stays in, that's fine. It's going to get a Giga Drain off, but it's not going to do anything else. Chances are it's going to switch into something like the Scrafty in the back, and it does switch out here. I think that's Togekiss, actually. So that's going to be eating up a Sludge Bomb and a Spore. This is one of the cases where I really wish I had Shadow Ball my Gengar, since my Amoonguss is basically destined to faint from this Perish Song, but that's fine. I'm perfectly fine seeing Togekiss here because it gets the super effective hit off. And that Gengar is actually going to be forced out, it's going to be forced to switch out as well. So I'm going to Sludge Bomb here, and I'm going to Spore. I'm going to Spore the Togekiss spot. I think Togekiss, actually I should have Spored Gengar. Okay, that's what I thought, though. I thought he would stay in with both here. And this is perfectly fine because all I have to do is switch out my own Gengar to get rid of the Perish Trap this next turn. So, I already knocked out Togekiss, and like I said, you want to beat Perish Song teams just by KOing Pokemon outside of the Pokemon that are being currently trapped by Perish Trap. And that is why I led with Gengar, because it can switch out as Amoonguss comes back in for my opponent here. So that Gengar is probably going to switch out. If it doesn't, then it's just going to get Spored. So I'm definitely Sporing Gengar here. The question is whether I want to taunt the Amoonguss or whether I want to switch it out. Honestly, I think it's a better decision here to just taunt Amoonguss and Spore the Gengar. So I'm going to make that play. And he does switch out Gengar, which I was anticipating. Into Azumarill, perfect. Rage Powder coming out. These Rage Powders don't really make too much sense to me because, like, I mean, there wasn't really much Amoonguss could have even done there. So I guess I could have, oh wow, it is Sap Sipper. Oh my god, nice. Wow. So I taunt the Amoonguss successfully, but Sap Super Azumarill comes in there, so I probably should have switched out Gengar. Oh well. Nice play there from my opponent. But that's fine, I have Salamence and Bisharp in the back. And I get the Intimidate off here. Though I feel like my opponent here is going to switch out the Amoonguss into Gengar. I'm going to double edge the Azumarill and knock off this Amoonguss slot. But man, Sap Sipper the plays. Oh wow, no switches out coming here. Huh. Sap Sipper, Amoonguss, Azumarill makes a lot of sense given that it is a Parasong team. We do see a Protect coming out from this Azumarill. That's a really bad misplay, in my opinion, on my opponent's end. Because he just allowed me to get free damage off. Oh, but that makes sense. There's the eject button. But I knock it off. That's interesting. I have not seen that too often, but basically, because I have a knockoff, I actually get rid of the eject button before it manages to switch out. So I'm really glad about that, because now all I have to do is double edge the Azumarill and knock off the Amoonguss. And Amoonguss is still taunted and Azumarill protected, so yeah, that plays out perfectly. But, oh, I should have maybe doubled up into the Azumarill there. Knock out the Amoonguss there. What's Azumarill gonna go for? Parasong? It did go for the Parasong, huh? Leftovers too. I think I'm fine though. I mean, sure, I got a Parasong up, but it needs to stall out all these turns, or it needs to get 3 turns off, and all I have to do is just attack into it as Gengar comes back out. I feel like Azumarill's gonna protect here. I mean, it's really gotta protect, so I'm gonna double edge and Iron Head into the Gengar slot. Oh, it didn't protect. Oh, well, that's fine. Double edge should not. Oh, okay, never mind. It did protect. Yep, so I predicted that correctly. So I'm gonna be able to knock out the Gengar here. So it's gonna come down to whether this Azumarill can get a triple protect off. So, really not much more to say. It was a pretty predictable... Like, when I saw the Azumarill, Scrafty, Amoonguss, and Gengar, I had a feeling it was a Parasong team. Let's see. Oh, it gets the double, though! It gets the double! Oh, boy. If it actually pulls off this triple protect, I'm gonna hug my opponent because he deserves a hug for getting a triple protect off. Here we go, though. Here we go. Does he get it? That's the first time I've seen a getting pulled off in VGC 15. Like, in maybe like 300 games I've played in VGC 15, I've never seen a triple protect being pulled off. Wow. That's hilarious. So I'm actually gonna end up losing this one, despite playing it pretty well. Good game, sir. You deserve a hug. That was silly. That was silly.